Welcome back to the channel. If you've ever eaten a tapioca pudding, enjoyed a spicy Gary meal, or even just used laundry starch, you've interacted with one of the world's most vital crops, cassava. This is more than just a staple food, it's an economic lifeline. This humble root feeds over 500 million people, creates dozens of valuable products, and can literally save lives in a drought. But getting it out of the ground is only the first step. In this video, we'll walk through the intricate process of harvesting this incredible root and then break down the top 10 surprising and essential byproducts derived from it. Today, we're diving into the journey of cassava. Cassava, or manioc, is a true miracle of agriculture. It's a perennial shrub, but it's grown for its roots and is a champion of food security because it can thrive in poor, sandy soils and during severe droughts where other staple crops like wheat and maize fail. This is why it's often called the bread of the tropics. Digging deep. Before the roots can be pulled, the soil needs preparation. Notice the technique used to loosen the earth with specialized hoes or digging sticks, a crucial step to minimize root breakage. Cassava is a deep-growing crop, and its roots are non-uniform, which makes mechanical harvesting difficult for small farms. This is not an easy job. Cassava's deep-growing nature makes harvesting a labor of love, requiring immense strength to unearth each large cluster of tubers. The shelf life challenge. Here's the first major challenge. Cassava is highly perishable. Once harvested, the roots begin to deteriorate within 48 to 72 hours. This phenomenon, called post-harvest physiological deterioration, or PPD, is why you rarely see large piles of raw cassava at markets. It must be processed immediately, turning the harvest directly into a race against time and spoilage. Art of processing. Detoxification. The essential step. Crucially, cassava must never be eaten raw. The plant contains naturally occurring toxic compounds called cyanogenic glucosides. This is where the true magic of processing comes in. Proper peeling, washing, fermentation, and drying eliminates these compounds, making the root safe and incredibly versatile. From root to staple. Let's look at two key processing pathways. The first is creating Gary. Roots are peeled, washed, ground into a pulp, and then placed into specialized bags to ferment for several days. This fermentation is vital for detoxification. The pulp is then pressed to remove moisture, sieved into granules, and finally dry roasted over heat. This process not only removes the poison but extends the shelf life to months or even years. The second path is the industrial extraction of starch. This involves washing, crushing, and running the pulp through water to separate the pure starch granules, which are then dried into a fine powder. This starch is the starting point for nearly all the amazing byproducts we're about to explore. The 10 amazing byproducts. The root itself is only half the story. Nearly every part of the cassava plant can be transformed into a valuable product, moving it from a simple food to a cornerstone of modern industry. Here are the 10 essential byproducts that truly feed a continent and beyond. 1. Cassava starch. The undisputed king. It's a crucial industrial product used as a thickener, binder, and stabilizer in foods, textiles, and paper manufacturing. 2. Gari, the West African staple. A fermented, dried, and roasted granular food that is consumed daily by millions, often just mixed with water. 3. Cassava flour, the gluten-free hero. Used as a substitute for wheat flour in baking, and for making products like cookies, breads, and pasta. Its neutral flavor is a huge advantage. 4. Tapioca pearls/sago, the global dessert item. Small, edible spheres made from the pure starch, famously used to create the chewy texture in bubble tea and desserts. 5. Cassava Biofuel. Ethanol. The high starch content makes cassava a viable raw material for producing bioethanol, a critical renewable fuel source, especially in Asia. 6. Animal feed, the zero-waste solution. Cassava peels, chips, and residue, the fiber pulp left after starch extraction, are processed into cost-effective and nutritious feed for livestock and poultry. 7. Fufu/Akpu, the cultural icon. A popular dough-like food in West and Central Africa made from fermented, boiled, and pounded cassava, eaten with flavorful soups. 8. Cassava chips/pellets, the preserved commodity. Dried slices of the root used mainly for long-term storage, transport, or as a key ingredient in bulk animal feed or industrial processing. 9. Industrial adhesives/glue, the textile binder. Cassava starch is utilized as a natural adhesive in the production of glues for the paper, cardboard, and plywood industries. 10. Laundry starch, the traditional finisher. Cassava starch is commonly used to stiffen clothes during ironing, a low-tech yet essential household product. Conclusion. From feeding a village to powering a vehicle, cassava's incredible versatility secures its spot as one of the most important crops on Earth. It's a testament to human ingenuity to take a perishable, naturally toxic root and transform it into so many essential, life-sustaining products. If you enjoyed learning about the power and processing of this humble root, and you want to see more deep dives into the science and economics of global food systems, then please do two things right now. Hit that subscribe button and the little bell icon so you're notified every time I upload a new video. Your support truly helps the channel grow and lets us keep exploring these incredible topics. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.